Nipa for krum no tan okuma se.
So far the year of this now
Artists here in Rwanda. My first ever interview.
Mama nyina kwa abanyansa bo akwani Nyansa TV. Yeba after conference South Africa. Cape Town. We Cape Town, who mountains bebre ha say. Sani who adwonoma mountains kwa no. Sani who mountain but in front of the mountain wutumi so masi adna kese a. Woda wani anu wadu ensuo no. Sa dwumadi a ebiman nyina kan ho abom se ye hwese ye betimi ne ye ho adi dwa e ha obi anim. Omo hya ase ache. Aman ahodo makoma nwotwe na kan ho abom a yetimi etie nyina se ye boa na ye ne ho adi dwa e ha obi anim. Sa wo Ghana na akotogo a toda na ye den so oni obedi dwa abra obenya hoto. Wo traboda ne mpurukura na ye asem. Trade we be ma obi bi odi dwa Ghana company sekese o Ghana betima kotogo akodi dwa abra ye mom ha obi a enu nti ene epim South Africa kai say South Africa mampani ono ankasa ebedwumedi se ne ye aba be di nkomo akesefo bebre atwahia abibrem adwuma kese abibrem nyina omo nyina ba be South Africa enu nti ne Nyansa TV ye ba epim ha se de ho nsem nyina e ba be dan mo ensem a omo hya se ne ye di nkomo no the general secretary himself ono ankasa ene address ye na ye bisa ne nsem bebre fa dwumedi kese ye di no Cape Town ha say eho kai say fiti ne kosi ne nansa so no ye de won komo bebre ne dey down but Cape Town eye fe papa me ba me feel dimachi na china me do na bebre ye fe me Nyansa bo akwa Nyansa TV ne e da mase
so far the year of this now
Artists here in Rwanda. My first ever interview.
Ena wina se eba be share after Jumede kese a ye di botaire ne se ebiman na betime di dwa ye ho na aboama enyumeku Ghana betime ene afro Togo enyume bi Ghana na kese betime hita kwa Africa nyina ye mre ho edime me ko Togo a Ivory Coast Burkina Faso a memre na omotimi nyam faso pa e Ghana ne bi no so de bi ba omo amre enu ntini ben nyina ye ba be share ase na oba Ghana na oba Africa. One of the biggest, you can't play with it. Mcdan, why the first to sign an MOU with the Secretariat of Ghana. Now I am happy. Say ne, yaneni bedin komo. Na botaye si ne sunti ehwako hiano. Wane ne domi na bi hasi sanse. Ebi menyi na yakuma no. Yahoo chile yen dintra intimi ni yedwa ebitima boying. Papa mo akwa Pachana what to say?
Anyamedom.
And they say Yababishia wa hasi sanse ebimaina do akoma so. Wejuma ne nyini atragana. Your number need too small. Na ye would say also woka after hona itima say butai. Brebe na e kan wakoma se opese woni after a sign a contract.
The course will say Africa when you now about together say a business. Sorry, business America, Asia, Europe, now the business call. As I say the about together say a business among ourselves. Yeah, I think I say menti who said Mcdan say yes we boy in a way. The boy at the same time is business for us. So we signed a contract with them to provide cargo planes and also buy the vessels.
Wow.
Out of that Bob starting Black StarLine. The whole Black StarLine Kwame Nkrumah Champon. So see Bob starting
Wow.
At the back of the continental free trade.
Great.
Traders. Among year business in Africa. So see there is no shipping line.
Wow.
Shipping line probably any hoa. Upase on foul cargo if you have got Senegal over to me. So the about together say yeah we so they contribute to kakra over to me anti say see Africa trade Mcdan shamupa.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's it. Senior omushasia omokono sana we expecting no senior uko nyomko sign some omokan ya ema wani gye no, are you seeing the progress process no?
Na yawo part I say
play get it.
And it's becoming better and better and better by the day.
Wow.
And showing call wrong.
Wow.
Me here na extra.
Great.
And yet, I'm number here, Mama.
One of your
yeah, number here, because I don't know just for policies. I mean, laws, then your money. And says, yeah, and
wow. So, being a Ghana, where a young entrepreneur or bar, what will be your advice? Then I'll catch Ghanaians almost or more forced to say, between international marketer. Sir, laws now the idea more.
Even Nigeria alone is a big market. As I say, young men in Ghana are a bit aggressive.
Okay.
As I say, Ghana, you need courage. What I say, you need courage. You need relationship. They say, step one step ahead.
And
you say you were very brilliant youth in Ghana.
Okay.
Mcdan youth challenge, no, entrepreneurial challenge, no. I mean, to have about 16,000 participants is great.
Wow.
And for me, we need to look at that carefully and also to how to groom
the young ones.
The young ones. Taking the lead.
Great.
I say, Pulu,
Wow.
Then show the able to know.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. In your Dawson, what support society a lot. Niyama be brain na we meaning say social corporate social responsibility and also we in the area of education. Name the Mcdan because say nyam rantia omunim di mudo e maba omunim di mudo because your workforce no emboa in the future. Are you seeking to have a look at the education sector say obua in terms of entrepreneurs and what they can share to groom them?
Maybe you don't know. That is exactly what we are doing.
Wow.
Not that we don't just dish out money, but we groom. Every year we create 10 entrepreneurs who are having their own businesses.
Wow.
So when it comes to basic education also, we are building a lot of schools in the north to help them.
Wow.
We are coaching and mentoring.
Wow.
I mean, it's not how much money we give to somebody. It's what you can let a person do become as a person behind the business. And for me, we are helping a lot of people. And we'll continue helping them.
Get it.
Ghana is for us.
Yes.
And if we don't groom the talent, the young talent coming. If you so shred the Mcdan here. Never be brema youth until na one time the statement be said Ghanaians youth are sleeping.
Okay.
A lot of people
they misunderstood you.
But I don't mean someone literally
I get it.
Yes, but they are not serious.
Okay.
When I mean they are not serious, you see, I have a lot of people. They have to take the fight to their employers. But every time, they want you to call them. One day, one of my workers, on the 15th. On the 15th, Mama Nejuma. On your Juma on to another 30th. Now my friend said, Juma Mama on Wakoyana. Oh yeah. Oh, so that. And now I
get it.
That is exactly what I mean.
But my friend says,
yeah, he's still living on the job.
It means that a bride, there must fire Jumano. And the honor must be finished.
You know why you have to be paid.
I get it.
You understand? And get promotion and get more pay. But who that? From 15th to 30th now, we boss and Castle Frel say, why are you? So a lot of youth, they are sleeping on their job. On the job. And if you get fired, you won't understand. Then you will go on social media and also be disturbing people. Nobody will fight your fight for you.
Yamamra to form Kanena and Manti and Maba Wayan Kofua, Unka, Penikuta, dear Kano de Mecano, when you were young. Then answer a name.
Near myself, disciplinary conform. I just said disciplinary conform. As I say, yeah, sure how you. It's very, very important.
That's it, Papa.
So far, yeah, of this now,
Artists here in Rwanda, my first ever interview.
I managed to see about a more after, which made a see a man and I come to me a whole dibia. I had this again and anybody in Yamaga called to Wahako. So with my papa dibia man, I simple. But you know, can say a man and I can want more a day after you make a day bar. My family, I'm a figure and meet my cotton Togo, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, memory home. Because I be first in everything say again now, boy. China, if I never feel China, not their background, I be the Janonians canoko. But I had near my Ghana for. May South Africa, Bisampo, Obe Brand, Sana on Sack. In a Kamubi. Mensaka Ghana Investment Promotion Council of Penny, Papa Penia, on the Chief Executive Officer Danoa, and then OBP South Africa, Cape Town. I need in Como, Onyansa TV, happy if night me, APB, and Yamaso. Now with Matthias, Papa, more papa. Patuna, what to say? Even the person when you didn't come. You share more outfits and I say more office and Jimmy Jensen with my boy, Boama, singing with me on the diga, the promote money penny. I think Jimmy didn't say you didn't pay. Say now, who or my chest, my Ghana, say with me, so for so now up wide many.
Same inflation there, the AFCFT. So AFTFC, a big market mine. Nature say Ghana market, they say 30 million. AFCFT 1.4 billion. 2 years them Ghana which me at Togo. Send your kind. Now say no, you be a market no fully. It's problems kakra be why I say should na ye hu GIPCC say you share your loss no Bama investment about for manufacturing. Send your young crop on bet me a year maybe I want to me at other countries where Africa. Now, apart from that, so yes, your rules and regulations for Ghana. Say if you quite other African traders, one of the most important ones, a highest is visa send. You now you're African. Mikra sometimes they send you to quite another African country. You got a diplomatic passport. Still, I send you visa. Now you call Europe crap easier. She said, "Me took across some of the African countries." The way I say, they should near be buying the better chain, and near be buying the befa. Now you hold you. Then you know energy say here cheap, affordable energy. Your manufacturing, say your small, medium-sized manufacturers, no going to afford it to manufacture to export. Now, near here, beyond all this, your competitiveness.
Okay.
So we get near Ghana, we bet to me compete on the global scale. So when to me compete on the global scale, a very dear way. It's competing on the global scale with quality here, standards here. Other branding here, but energy so here. When energy no say affordable, comparable to other countries who are in the same space. Travel affordable, regulation to help you, not to restrict you, but to help you be able to export. This is here a honor you do Ghana.
Office no, you need back on some of my person this carry economy with me. Mobile challenges being now or Mushi and then I'm office near found. Then paying on how as far as some person the guy concerned.
Oh, most of the time, no one need how we break. Okay. Near how I say, one is kind of bad. Then the time to get to the business to work, the better so. senior just forming a business, so it will take most of your time. Until before they come, your GIPs, you want to make sure that they have all the documentation, all their business plans, and all that they require to get their businesses running.
Okay.
As I say, investment promotion, a better competition.
Okay.
Because your Ghana, Togo, your left or right, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Obi a FDI. And you say also, we show who buying ye now, we show environment, we show rules and regulations. A bed bois, send your almost Ghana need to go in Panamaco, and Ghana in Nigeria, Panamaco, and Panamaco, my business, to me, I am quick, and never bois, to me, I'm making sure, say, Musube, Groupe, Essena, Yena, and one time. And even as you are doing all that, and say we show regulatory framework to be competitive. But not to also ensure, say, because you want to attract foreign direct investors. No. Now I try to be so that then it doesn't help you. So say a share investment regime, say foreign direct investment bar, they can partner with local investment. Now I advise say your member no best and incentives. Okay. And you say a broad incentives will be our banana incentives. Then your the
this scheme would do the Baba boy
incentives. Especially so be partner Ghana and now making sure say you be achieve what we call sustainable development goals. It's a way in our Kajumadian.
You know, I can tell you, my whole woman in Boschet say Togo, Ivory Coast, and then Burkina Faso, or many of French countries who are heading in power, who say cargo trucks, even a car, what I let you into name, then I can catch your woman.
The same thing I hear AFCFTA, because AFCFTA, it will create a market for all of us to be able to trade easier. Now, Senya we are still trying to work around regulations. So, okay, say at some time, your market no cry yourself for as a room among your business, and they didn't follow. It was very simple. So, free West Africa, so beton Yama Ghana. For West African goods, New Ghana, beton. Problem now, we go crab mobile phones every China. I'm beton your market. Say, hey, bet me, I bet my But what we are saying is, say, we free Togo, we free Burkina, we free Nigeria. So, person by Diga Ghana. For Nigerian goods, no Ghana. I know the Ebema. Saying, I answer your Ghana, you bet me have a ton in Yamanu. Oh, yes, sir. Nature say Africa Continental Free Trade Basso. So, we trade in our own goods. And yes, I bet craft in China, UK, now you trade among the let me buy. Now, yeah, manufacture your own goods. Now you're Tongo, Africa. Perfect situation.
I bet that's an opera.
And that's it.
So far, of this now,
Artists here in Rwanda, my first ever interview.
Mama nyina kwa baby Onyansa TV ni na eba bedru after Cape Town, South Africa. Na manage bebre say this time me who trade minister, me who yem papa our free Ghana Export Promoting Council Fifi grant me who Ghana company for bebre wa here because of trade. About trader is a edwade dey won't be nim fi ye memo. But Ghana mamre mu no na edidwa. Penny back on Mensa can ye Mtinika Sia eba Gedian so penny agrocra, ye papa restaurant. Now, Miss Mammy Komokaka, and far after you made home. Not being any saying, send who near Mafa. Open him up, Major Sabina. Many of the pastor must share South Africa. You know, be show after the Sunday Bay, bit me and who did Jano. I had been sent Marco Tommy Motogo, Minya do border another nesum. Say, per se, oh boy, who said you may see a be mine Kabum Kuno true after Omoyan who is saying.
You made us say, may feel say, something for we can say, a yanamon papa. Name Mono, anamon pa, I hope we say, yeah, man, and quite to say, Quasico and Quentia. Ye war enema bebree wɔ hɔ a sɛbi because of your history any transatlantic friends slave trade colonization ne nasefo ntino enema bebree wɔ hɔ a enye yan Africans ne yɛhyehyɛ ye colonial masters ne yɛhyehyɛ a ɛda so ɛwɔ yadwene mu ɛna ɛda so wɔ hɔ physically krataa so physically so like for example tama abrofo tena say mo cheche Africa mu say higher this higher Ghana higher Togo higher Benin higher this na Africans and come
want to check
on fire that is why up to today obiti a friend say aflawo I hoye Ghana or sorry ko school da bia wolobi osu no asaba beda Ghana so these are artificial boundaries now o pese oni obi digwa ya pese ye ne ye ho edigwa me pese me ni menia edigwa it is a wo Ghana na me South Africa na me no digwa ansa na metua wo ka no this is kano copy Europe na America ansa na Ghana nyansa ben ene wo sa di sebi o me no to continent ha ye pese ye digwa America ni man passport so anu abaha obi emisa ne hwe Britain ni man passport so anu abaha obi emisa ne hwe ba wo a we African ni no o pesa o bahaji so go through a system called visa a system anya wo na wo create ye so edwade ni de yes ye pese ye digwa but enema bi o ha eye akwansidi a say African Union ni all the 55 heads of government no they have to be serious if really no omo pesa Africa yetumi ekoyanim na yenya giants entrepreneurial giants ewo Africa ha say enema ni bi o ha yetumi free ho
bobo su chen enema ben yenyi feso
enema ni bi say all these borders na ewo Africa ha no artificial borders no omunyin free ho because some say been previous so mo feel say be difficult say be for political reasons omuntumi nyi ni say impa e dey next stop say Africa na South African Union beka say Africa ni bia ukra African passport bia no wetinya ko Africa ba bia for the first 30 days se o pese o tena ho cha then afi no akwa ye dey say o
honkrata
e boa medwadie ekoso because of these barriers intino ama ya ka kwan kura no adentina Togo Ghana Benin Cote d'Ivoire if friends say yentumi enkamom enye one car kwan say
if all the way eastern part of Africa straight to the western part of Africa
and railway lines now there's so many nearby here ebema yedwedie no aye easy Ghana wo cocoa Ghana near Ivory Coast it produces 70% of cocoa beans we have 1.3 billion people on the continent of Africa the chocolate industry values over 150 billion. You can West Africa for you produce 70% of these cocoa beans now. Yeah, less than 6 billion. Adentia because you set one I beton cocoa. Whereas as you see any who be dija chocolate any biscuit any toffee you bet me the Africa here. And come be scan better in Africa. You see, so there are some and cocoa when it comes to grains, when it comes to
coffee and stuff.
Yet to me, tomatoes because of saying processing. There are so many things. For example, come with the buy. If we are saying we were on our own. In Africa and Yakopo we are just like that. Just because we were not ready, we were not prepared. South Africa need be because or see outside United States of America, almost pharmaceutical company of South Africa is the largest. Almost starting to produce vaccines. So if some
the trade minister
exactly
if
some produce vaccines for South Africa, then can South time now COVID by now South Africa produce vaccines. South Africa
no.
Exactly. So we have to the friend said your friend is a competitive advantage. Dear Ghana no they are supplying they are obi susu obi or gas, obi or petrol, obi or cocoa, obi or timber, obi or bauxite. Say we are the way we are saying in the next 20-30 years, electric cars are going to take over. And the value of this thing is over 14 to 30 trillion. Where are we? Africa in Nigeria.
In fact, they be free.
Meanwhile, no. The friends say lithium na they buy car batteries na so form. Africa continent is no. You see, we don't have the luxury of time. Ne abetrans ne akokwasa ne ya party ne ya hye suit and tie ne abenum coffee ne ekọ. We don't have that time. look, this is the 4th industrial revolution. Say Africa yan city upper, we are done forever. And a serious issue. That is why I believe say it's about time we talk about the serious conversation of whether the African Union is a serious organization.
And is it to you?
So far as I'm concerned, the fact is that 55 African countries couldn't even contribute 3 million or 3.5 million as a from every country. No man fancy head office. Look at you said they are no serious.
It was a support from China, right?
Why should we sit down for China to come and build our headquarters for us? So we see and the on this spire. How would we know? The question is, you see, sabi in previous. We see them out in a man. Obusa would have one thing, because if the seat of the African Union was not built by Africans, how serious are we? And yet,
no, just after a bit more.
And yet, at the end of the day,
no.
After it's an arm of the African Union. So the whole situation is, the chief executive now, or the general secretary, the director general now, they are doing their best. They are doing their best, but their best will be good enough if the African Union itself, that they take their power from, is serious. Because they take their power from the African Union. And how serious is the African Union?
Oh, my Ghana, I already say between breaking this barrier, because or your secretary to Ghana
is a small country when it comes to the scale of Africa. We are talking about Ghana is 30 million, Nigeria is 200 million, Egypt. So when we are talking about issue of Africa, Ghana is a small country, but the question is, Ghana is politically very strong because our first president, Kwame Nkrumah, spearheaded the
back to back.
He spearheaded the African formation of the African Union. And it is as relevant as today. It is as relevant as today. He wanted us to have our friend say economic whatever the economic states of Africa, so that we have had our one currency or whatever. We didn't do it. African High Command, we didn't do it. Have one tariff, we didn't do it. Common market, we didn't do it. And it is as relevant as today. If you say China bear there because they are 1.4 billion people, nobody is restricting anybody from going anywhere. So they traded among themselves, build it up. So when they decided to take over the world, it was 1.4 billion people deciding to take over the world. That is when they are what India is following up. And Africa, the country be a 1.4 million. I'm from a country be a 2 million. I'm from a country. Look, the earlier we get serious.
It ain't a business to organ and as Africa bit my as far as this after I concern. Now baby, yesterday Mcdan didn't come out say no, we support you almost straight because it makes the name more business going on.
In so many different ways. And many advocacy they say, wow, and yes, as in Africa, we need to change our mindset right from our leadership to the last man on the street. We need to have belief and confidence in ourselves. Mistake, and I'm sure Africa to home because this is a continent that has everything. It's not by chance, it's not by mistake. Because they say at the end they say AFTC now they are pulling the private sector along, and good ideas now will have to be implemented by the private sector. Because if you say private sector, the private sector is the engine of growth there, then when the policies are formulated, the private sector must take charge. It's about time Africa must be a little selfish.
Okay.
That's what belongs to us.
I get it.
And
Deliberate.
Deliberately selfish to empower our own people.
Wow.
To command the economic heights of Africa.
Wow.
That is what we need to do.
Did say about after EB? Opana was to Ghanaians, no one of here. So
they catch a Ghana phone and say, yes, Achia, Ghana ni bia sebe wo de kakra bia obetumi aye bia this mindset of make up adwuma any mindset of me create adwuma. You see, as a man think it's so easy. So who decided to say me I will work for myself. Trust me, you'll find the way out.
Wow.
It's in yena yen try say nkitwa bia ye betumi aye bia because yet ye kro mo ye so why den am pass why den but was na foreign about no na mo no my build it. It's you know we should take it as the younger generation, you know, we will be a generation that will work hard to sacrifice for the next generation to come. You can't eat your cake and have it. It's you know, if your tears yes are there, then we will do whatever we have to do to make sure say yeah minor sebi collapse. Now yeah nam air patch or 3 billion. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. Ghana, oh my Ghana. You see, and it is all because our focus. We are still yet to discover who we are and our potentials. But yes, you know, it's something that I believe say young Ghana for say nobody will develop Ghana for us unless us. Yeah. Nobody will develop Africa for us unless us. It's here yes are there. If we are simfani bibia made me banche any meko and no ye importo. Me trim me no me banche na me trim meko a me de ko fence am antri be trim me di me gu. Me am baby. I don't need anything from anybody. All these friends say mechanical and artificial evaluation of our economy and this a strategy that the Western world has done to make you look always poor. I mean, what is economy? Somebody must always be poor so that somebody will be rich. That is economy. That's it. And then we have allowed ourselves as Africans, we who control the raw materials are poor, and people who just go and enjoy, who don't have anything, they just go and print money, paper, are rich. How can a country like BBT say, friends say, Sweden, Luxembourg, because we're richer than Ghana, they are no more. See, so it is the mindset of Yenina, especially with our leadership, and in any case. Our leadership is a reflection of how we think.
We chose them.
Every country deserves its leader. We chose them. So it's a reflection. So who could choose leader? No be bro sika say jena koto abaman. Nanti won so fi say wo town. Where you dey man koto abana man of course. E wa wasema.
Okay, that's it bebre. Yes.
So far, of this now,
Baptist here in Rwanda. My first ever interview.